Hi, welcome to day 2 of your flexibility challenge. Did you know that you take over 20,000 breaths a day? Now the question to you is, how often do you think about that breath? 20,000 breaths a day, it connects us to life. It's our life source. Without it, we cannot survive. And how often do you think about it? Breath can absolutely tell you what kind of mood you're in. And your mood mimics your breath. So now knowing that, can't we change our mood through our breath? Yeah, we can. It's really cool. One of the feedbacks that I got from the challenge most recently was, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how breathing can help my flexibility. And it's true, because when you start to really focus on your breathing during your practices, then it changes everything. It gives you a different connection. And when you really have a deep exhale, you have this release and it helps you just let go. There's a lot of different breathing techniques out there. And I today want to teach you 2. And you can pick your favorite one. The first one is, I think it's easy, but it still takes practice. All right. It's an in breath for a count of 4. And an out breath for a count of 6. So if you need to kind of get into that state of mind where you're having a hard time settling into your stretches, then really counting the breath is going to help you do that. So let's try it real quick together. So breathe in for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 4, 3, 2, lift the chest just a little, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, you don't have to do this just when you're stretching. You can do this when you're stressed. You can do this when you are trying to go to sleep. It really helps. So the way I have our challenge together is we get intense. After day 3, when day 4 and day 5 come around, there's not much intro. It's like, hey, how you doing? Let's go. And we get to some poses that can be a little bit more intense. So when those come around, anytime you want to use this next breath, you're welcome to. But in particular, this is really a tool for you to use when those poses start to get pretty tough for you. It's called the Ujjayi breath. Don't worry, you won't have a pop quiz. Think of a victorious breath or an ocean-like breath. Now, this breath, I will tell you, does take practice, all right? The first time, many years ago when I was introduced to this breath, it kind of caught me off guard at first. I wasn't real excited about it. But then I started practicing it and incorporating it into my stretching and my yoga, and it changed everything for my practice. Breath is amazing. And so the Ujjayi breath is actually a slight constriction of your throat. So I wore a shirt like this so you could see my giraffe neck here. And so some people say like the Darth Vader breath because it's slightly audible. Other people think of it as fogging a mirror. But here's what happens. When we do that Ujjayi breath, we're constricting the part of our throat here, and this begins to almost open up like a vacuum more. So if you think of fogging up a mirror, what I've found is that a lot of people will see my throat, like it'll start to go right up here. But if you start thinking of more that Darth Vader breath, or I don't know, just try it with me. So if you think about inhaling, can you hear that? Not from up here, more right here. And exhale. I'm gonna do it again. I don't know if you can hear that, but the restriction isn't so much coming from up here. It's a little bit deeper. So again, that breath is one that you need to practice with. But what a great time to practice it now during a 20-minute class, you know? So if you have any questions about that breath, please let me know, any of the breaths. I will tell you real quick that Ujjayi breath, I get a lot of common misconceptions that it's on the exhale only. It's on the inhale and the exhale. Practice it standing in front of a mirror, watching your throat open. It's pretty cool to see how it all works. Practice it also seated, all right? Just feet on the ground, seated, and before you do your practice, so that you can really feel how this helps to relax. And so I wanted to give this to you today as we start to get more progression with the intensity in days 3, 4, and 5, because it's very important that you start to make that connection with everything, and especially that connection with your fight or flight response when that kicks in the next few days. It may not, but a lot of people with the postures that we're going to be doing, it kicks in. But what that breath really helps you do, what any breath helps you do, that conscious breathing, is it helps you get more into a rest and digest mode. It helps you accept where you are, and instead of fleeing or fighting it, you just rest into it. And that's what we're looking for here. Because again, remember, I've said it a billion times, we're letting go of muscle and we're getting into the soft tissue. And that's why your flexibility will start to increase today. All right, you guys, as you know, I'm always here for you tomorrow. I have some tips on some postures that are coming up for those of you who want alternatives. So basically, I've had a lot of people go through this already many times, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback. And one of them was, there's a couple postures that are a little bit difficult to get into. And so instead of just not quitting, because you're not gonna quit, right? Instead of just skipping over it, I wanna give you other options so that you're like, okay, that's what she's talking about, and I'm gonna do this. All right, so that will be tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.